Welcome to our video on the types of elasticity of demand. In this segment, we will explore 5 distinct categories that illustrate how quantity demanded reacts to price changes. Let's dive right into our first type, perfect elasticity demand. Imagine a horizontal line on our blackboard. This line represents a perfectly elastic demand curve. It indicates that consumers are willing to buy any quantity of a product at a specific price. If the price rises even slightly, the quantity demanded drops to zero. This scenario frequently occurs in perfectly competitive markets where numerous substitutes are available. Now, let's move to the opposite end of the spectrum, perfect inelastic demand. Here, picture a vertical line on the blackboard. This vertical demand curve shows that the quantity demanded remains constant regardless of price changes. A classic example of perfect inelasticity is essential goods, like insulin for diabetics, where consumers will buy the same quantity irrespective of price fluctuations. Next, we have unitary elasticity demand. For this, we will draw a downward sloping demand curve that reflects unitary elasticity. This demand type indicates that the percentage change in quantity demanded is equal to the percentage change in price. When the price decreases by a certain percentage, the quantity demanded increases by the same percentage, keeping total revenue unchanged. This balance is crucial in understanding how consumers respond to price changes. Moving on to relatively elastic demand, let's illustrate this concept with a flatter downward sloping curve on our blackboard. Relatively elastic demand suggests that the quantity demanded is quite responsive to price changes. For a small change in price, there is a proportionately larger change in quantity demanded. This behavior is generally observed for products with many substitutes or those that are not necessities. Finally, we will examine relatively inelastic demand. On our blackboard, let's draw a steeper demand curve to convey this idea. In this case, quantity demanded changes very little in response to price fluctuations. An increase in price might result in only a slight decrease in quantity demanded, which is typical for necessities or essential services where consumers have limited choice. To summarize, perfect elasticity, perfect inelasticity, unitary elasticity, relatively elastic, and relatively inelastic demand illustrate how varying products react to price changes. By understanding these concepts, businesses can better strategize pricing and anticipate consumer behavior, thus maximizing their revenue potential. Thank you for watching, and we hope this explanation clarifies the types of elasticity of demand.